Welcome back to another Rockford CCG deck processing video, if I can get that out. This week we are going to follow Toy's video. His video came out today of recording for Khadath. He chose Khadath. He let me pick the symbol and the theme we were going with. Death being one of my favorite symbols, we're going with Death, and we're going with Foundation Control. Basically either destroying or being able to seal or committing, like with stun, their stuff. So let's go over Khadath real quick before we get going. Khadath, E once per turn. This attack gets +3 damage. No more enhances can be played on this enhanced step. So you can do it on your opponent's attacks so they don't get a bunch of enhances. Or you can do it on yours to add extra damage, and then they can't play any enhances on your stuff. He has an R once per turn. Destroy one foundation. After your opponent plays a foundation, discard it. So, say like you have an important foundation down in your staging area defensively, and your opponent plays Spires and Dragons. You can respond, blow up something to get rid of the Spires and Dragons. Or if they're trying to like maybe get a couple extra pieces of build in, like maybe they need an agile to break a breaker. They can still kill the breaker, but then you can get rid of that so they don't have an extra foundation. So they commit one. I believe it's after your opponent plays. So I'd have to double check because your opponent may get that. I'm not sure. So I'd have to ask the guys out in the community about that. So he's a 6 hand size, 26 health character, kind of on the low health spectrum. Because we've seen like Liu Kang being a 26, Faye is a 25, but they have outrageous abilities compared to this. But this is before the design change. This is out of the World of Endings or Endines set. You can just pick up the brick and get everything you need for him. Khadath is one of the more popular decks because a lot of his cards are like Survivalist, Mathematician. Everywhere is really good. There's a couple other staple cards in there that Expedition's pretty good as well. So let's get into it. We'll go ahead and I always like starting with attacks first. So we're going to card search, standard attack, Death. So when he brought up Khadath, I've played Khadath a few times, so one of my favorite attacks with Khadath is actually Hyperbomb. Reason is because he has 26 health, so he's going to be able to get the stun 2 off, and then if you have less health, less vitality than your opponent, you get to choose a foundation to destroy that was committed due to the stun ability. And if it's not blocked, you get to draw a card. And it's a low attack, and low attacks are always great. So this kind of synergizes with what we want to do with the deck, whereas we can stun your opponent to control 2 pieces of foundations, and then destroy one. If there's a problem one, or even it puts them back a foundation, it's still a lot of help considering that all of our attacks aren't going to be very fast to start with. We may mix in a couple of cards or attacks that don't do anything that attacks with destruction. But for first, we're going to add in 4 of these. We're going to use the Platinum version because the Platinum version looks way cooler. And then we're going to search again. This doesn't do anything. This has a couple relevant abilities. We have to check 6s, and not playing characters in the deck kind of hurts if we don't. Toe choke, fan throw, no. Princess Parry, bicycle kick. This also has a 6+ that destroys something after they play an enhanced during this attack. But it's a 2 check with a 6. Don't really care for that. Coming up, oh, here we go. From Hell. It's a 6/3, 3 high, 6 damage, +2 high. If this attack is not blocked, destroy one of your opponent's foundations and they lose X vitality. X equals the printed control of the destroyed foundation. So it works with our theme that we want to do. There is some desperation. We may be able to get the desperation pretty quickly depending on what effects we put in the deck. It does have a way to outlet speed, which is awesome. because we a couple of Death isn't really known for fast attacks without using like a pump. So we're gonna use a couple of these. We're gonna go for 3 of these guys because this could actually fall back onto our kill card. Because if it hits, it's at least doing 11 damage, which is pretty good. Let's keep moving on. This is a deadlocky. We're destroying our opponent's foundation, so they're never probably going to get the deadlock. Swordfish Gunfire, no. No. This card's a very good utility card. Fortress Buster is great. We're playing a 6. It does a really good relevant high block. Let's see here. No. No. Moving on to the next page. Okay, here we go. Shell Kick. Discard 1 momentum. Your opponent destroys one of their foundations. Add the top card of your deck to your staging area face down. So this helps us out twofold. So since we're kind of destroying foundations with Khadath, we kind of need stuff to supplement that. This would do that, and it also fits within our theme that we want to destroy our opponent's foundations. So we're just going to put 1 in right now. We're going to try to work in some other attacks. We know we want Hyper Bomb. We know we want From Hell. Everything else is kind of pick and choose as we go. So I'm just going to put 1s in for right now, and then we're going to work on other stuff. Shell Kick, yes. Electric Thunder is an interesting card. Because if it's not blocked, your opponent destroys the foundation. And it's stun, and it's a reversal. Let's put that in as 1. That's kind of interesting. Because if it's not blocked, they have to destroy a foundation. So if we can make this unblockable somehow. No. No double knee press. I wish Tiger Destruction did destroy foundations. It would be great. Bloody High Claw. It does destroy a foundation, but it's a 2-check. If I'm going to play a 2-check, I want it to do more than 8 damage. And I think with some of the newer cards nowadays, you don't need to play 2 checks to actually kill your opponent. Like From Hell is normally going to be, if it's normally going to be 6 to 11 damage, which is pretty good. If we could find something else to supplement that. Blaze Whip. This attack is blocked. Your opponent adds a foundation. So this is kind of the opposite, where if it is blocked, your opponent adds a foundation. So and it's lower on the curve, but with Khadath's ability, it could be a 3 low 6, which isn't bad. And then if they block it, they lose 1. This card's always good. No. There's some really cool Dr. Wily cards. Like, this is great, but you need like a full ally lineup to really take advantage of this stuff. Like, this would fulfill other combos. I mean, other things that need momentum, but I think we're just going to play Fatality instead, just to supplement the momentum needed usage. Homing Missiles, that's going in. Because it's either they burn 3 or you get to destroy foundation. It's a win. Some stun. I need to nuke their hand a bit. Let's see here, no. Dimension Door, it's a great card. It's very, very costly. Everywhere could be used. It will end up being a 7/7, but we're already getting like 11 damage possibly on a 3-check. No. If we were playing a lot of combos, we could play Nero, or not. The Holographic Buster isn't bad. It doesn't give us a powerful ability, and it gives us extra damage on it. So if we destroy Foundation, they destroy Foundation, and we are looking at a 5 mid 6. It's pretty fast for a mid. Let's try. Let's see what it is. A 5 diff though. We may be playing a lot of high difficulty stuff, and we kind of don't want to do that, especially since we're destroying foundations to pay for other effects, I should say. It's partially blocked. Your opponent commits a foundation. All right, let's see what it looks like right now. All right, so I kind of want to play, let's play 2 Shell Kick. Okay, so we have a non-block here. So 2 Shell Kick. Let's keep the 1 reversal. Let's get rid of the Buster. Play some Cowboys. That's a great card. Just a fantastic card. Blaze Whip. We'll play 2 missiles. So really what we're looking at, difficulty, is like our little pokes and bread and butters, our homing missiles, hyper bomb, Cowboy Battery is a good opener. Finisher cards, we're also looking at Cowboy Battery. It's a 12 damage attack or more. From Hell, it could be 6 to 11 damage. We have a utility card in Electric Thunder. Let's refresh real quick. We're at 17. I think we could probably go up another battery. Yeah, let's do that. So to the low, let's check out, let's see, all blocks, only Shell Kicks missing, got some highs, lows, and a mid. All right, let's go some actions. Action standard, death. Well, everyone has access to bang nowadays, so we're gonna put 2 bangs. And we're gonna put 1 in the sideboard, in case you need that 3rd bang. Self-destruct would be kind of cute. Let's play an apples because it nets us a free foundation and it gets us some card draw. We're gonna play prepare to fight. We're gonna put 2. We're gonna put 3 in the side so we could swap them in and out as needed with the other actions. Assets. Let's see if there's any assets that will work with us. See if we got anything. Swordfish is snap momentum and gets rid of an attack. That's pretty awesome. We'll play 2 of those guys. And it kind of gives us some control. No Modogen. Pull my trigger. If your character is Khadath, while this card is in your staging area on a paying cost, you may destroy this instead of destroying 1 foundation or discarding an asset. I've always wanted to play this card, so we're going to put 1 in there. After your opponent plays an attack, you may play it. Yeah, so it also gives you an ability to play the first enhance, so that's actually pretty neat. So let's start off with some foundations. Let's start off with some spam. 0. Alright, since we're going to be destroying a lot of stuff, I don't know if spam, we don't need a lot of spam, but we need quality spam. Like this, most Rusted Assassin's pretty good, so we'll put 2 of that in the deck. Expert Swimmer is a great card. We're going to put 2 more, plus the low block. Nah, I don't really need that. So let's go to 1s. This would get us our card draw we need. It's pretty costly though at 3. Let's see what else we got. Strict Mentor. It's a fantastic card. We're going to play 3 of it. Gives us some speed hate. And it's playable while committed, so you can't hate that. We're going to play 2 Feeling Up. We're going to play 3 Design for Combat. This card is awesome. It's that Death Suite from Skullman. Focus. Power Struggles. A couple inside. Since we need cards to kind of we need to have extra foundations kind of, so we can just use Khadath stuff. Soul Beats allows us to review it. When we review it and we have 2 or more foundations that share a resource symbol with it, we get to add to our staging area. So it's basically gaining a free foundation. We're gonna put 3 in, so you can see it, because we need to see this card to help not facilitate, but kind of supplement our destroying of our own foundations to hurt our opponent from playing better foundations at the time, like a spiders or a mathematician or something that could really be detrimental to our game plan. I don't need Cage Fighter. Tactical advantage, no. We do already have 1 speed hate card. This commits itself, so I don't think we're going to put this in. Diplo. No, no, no. Okay, I think that's it for spam. So let's take a look at the deck real quick. Spam. We got 16 spam. So, so far it's not that bad. Cards in deck? 40. Alright. Not bad. That's all. That's 6 actions and assets. That's kind of heavy for a 6-hander, but we're just trying this out. Like, we would swap these 3 in for these 3, or this for that if we needed. Bang also acts as kind of like a 3 to... Oh, I also wanted to put Fatality in the deck too. Because that really helps facilitate Shell Kick. We may have to take out Electric Thunder. I'm going to play at least 2 Fatality in the deck. So we'll take out Electric Thunder. I'll take out a Blaze Whip. And we'll add a Fatality. A 2. Put 2 main, 1 side. Because I like siding 1 extra one. So clear. We are going to do 2 diff foundations now. 2 diffs. Standard death. Boom. Alright. Serving the Outworld doesn't really... No. No. This kind of works with our enhance, because we could pop this, give our opponent's attack 3 damage and the enhanced step ends, and then it's kind of, they don't get 2 enhanced steps in a row, but it's kind of costly since we're also destroying our own stuff. No. 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 Our destroy if this card is committed due to your opponent's effect to destroy. This card could be useful. There is a fair amount of stun in the format still. This could help out a bit. And plus, we could lose 2 if our attack is blocked, but that could help out with our they don't want to block or do block stuff. So let's try 2 of those in there. We can always take them out if we don't like it. -2, -2. So commit to... let's play 1 of these guys for some card draw. Reusable card draw. Thirst. If your opponent if your attack is blocked, your opponent loses 3 vitality. Your opponent may destroy a foundation to cancel this effect. I've had this played on me many times, and I just don't care. Normally, I don't even destroy foundation to cancel it. I just eat the damage, because if it's not lethal, who cares? No. You commit after this attack, -2 damage. This gives us a little bit of damage negation. We'll play 3 of these. We only have 1 real discard outlet, so we're just going to play 3 of them. Once per turn, the top card of your deck. We'll put 2 Pulled in. It's a great card. Protect deals damage. This can get us some snap momentum. We're just going to play 1. So your attack gets +6. Plus damage now instead of +1. Gain stun 1. Let's see what our damage is on our cards. Four. Not enough, so we're gonna skip that. Alright. Wings Claws, no. Fight Like a Beast, no. Victory Hell, no. Domain Submission's a great side card. Our sideboard's gonna be like 20 cards. This is great. Stun Hate. But we're gonna end up playing Celestial Being anyway, so that would probably be better. R remove. This card's fantastic because it just cancels any ability on a card, any non-keyword ability. I'm gonna main 2. Both players destroy one of it. So this is great if we have no committed foundations and they have to destroy a committed foundation. We can play like a 1 of for now. This card's got awesome because after you block with it, they destroy it. We'll just put 1 in for now. We'll see if we can fit it in. Normally I find better stuff. Novitiate is good for the Liu Kang Quan Chi side matches. No, well, Gaining Ground could give us free foundations if we check it, but it's a 4 check. Let's put 1 in. We can work on numbers later. Over the Top gives us a free foundation for the most part, but no. Celestial Being 2, side 1. Don't need that. Nope. 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 We do have a lot of commit effects on our foundation, on our couple of our attacks. So we're going to play 2 Exposition because what it does is it gives us double value. It gives us value out of the card. We commit it to use, say, like a Hyper Bomb or Blaze Whip's effect, and then we can destroy this to get 2 speed, or if we get stunned, it's also -2 speed before the block step. So this card could come in handy. I know it's a Tim Keefe favorite, so we'll try that out. Rat Petition. Face down, uniques. This card would be great if I had a block. It's one of my favorites out of the rare slot in the Indine's Brick. But it's usually first cut. 1, because it's unique, and 2, it's on your turns only. It would be great if it was on either turn. But I could see that's like I guess like a limiting factor that they made it, so it's not as the kids will say, broken. This is all older stuff. Nope. New older stuff. What was it? Wow, that actually stops Liu Kang. That's funny. That's interesting. Both abilities do, actually. Well, they slow down Liu Kang. The Art Destroy does, but the Oh, it's your turn will stop him from digging. And then the R destroy after an unblocked attack, so you could pitch one of the face downs that he adds. Huh. Both players. Oh, that's cool. That's kind of interesting. No, no novitiate. I think we're getting into the nitty gritty of the baddies. Nope. 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 Alright, we'll try threes. See if there's anything in the three diffs. And we don't play any characters, so that doesn't really help. We don't play enough Desperation or Furies to actually make this card worth. Ooh, this card's great. We're going to play one of. It's good target removal. This is cool. I've seen Kevin Broberg use this review on his turn 1 going second, and they have to destroy Ready Foundation after their first turn. It's pretty brutal. We'll put 400 for Spires and Dragons. It gives us foundation control as we flip cards, and it also gives us the ability to build one while attacking, and then we can destroy it later or commit it for an effect that we need. Survivalist is a great reset. We'll put one of in the deck. I think we're pretty close to being done with at least getting all the cards. Yes, we are. I don't think there's any 4 diffs on Death. I'll be on the gate. What does this do? Your turn, commit one of your opponent's foundations with no enhance abilities on it. If they have more than 1 copy, remove from the game. It's bad. Unfortunately. I think the card could be cool if it wasn't unique, but I'm going here. Turn that off. 78 cards to start. We got stats. Oh, 65. Oh, wow. We're not even that bad right now. We have 12 cards in the sideboard. So really, we could probably go, we got 65. Survivalist. Let's do some numbers. Let's go to difficulty. 2 zeros. Not bad. What are our block spreads? 14, 13, 22. That's actually not that bad. We are sitting at 16 non-blocks. Let's see. Block zone. Okay, so we have a bunch of these guys that have non-blocks. So I'm going to cut Hellspawn Spectre. And we're going to bring in actually 2 Power Struggles. I like Power Struggles a lot. So 66 with 15 non-blocks. This gives us, I think, a decent starting point. Expert Swimmer to stop character gain, non-character vitality gain, like Templar or Urban Shower, stuff like that. Most Trusted Assassin gives us some hand knowledge as a first F, and then also we can make our opponents checks to play attack cards. So even if they try to block with attacks, they get -1. Soul Beats for free foundation usage, so we can use Khadath R more than we probably would, because it builds us free stuff if we review it. Power Struggles is really good. It gives us some outside draw step card draw, and if we go against some throws, since we are a little light on the health side, it gives us a nice block against throws. Time for Combat gives us some card filtering. Filling Up's really good. I think, actually, we don't see a lot of Punch and Judy nowadays, but there are a lot of non-character abilities that can reduce damage of our attacks. So we are going to keep it at 2. Strict Mentor for some playable while committed speed hate. Exposition for more playable while committed speed hate or speed pump. Celestial Beam gives us some stun defense, and we don't actually have any reversals, so really it's just in there for the stun defense. Gaining Ground, we still have, bump that to 2. Gives us a free foundation, and if we happen to play against Liu Kang or anything that stuffs face downs into our card pool, we can block with it, and it doesn't count towards progressive. face downs don't count towards it. Beautiful face at a 1 of. I think we're going to take this out. It's a 4-check. Desperation is alright, but I think I'm taking it out. Security Destiny is a fantastic card. Towering over rivals, both players destroy one of their opponent's committed foundations, so if we get it, so it's not that bad of a 1 of. So if you lead with, say, like Hyperbomb, you could do Hyperbombs, and you would destroy this first before using Hyperbombs Enhance, and then you could destroy both of their committed foundations. That helps us out. Got some snap momentum hate. Top deck knowledge is always great in a game, especially where we need to know what the top for blocking to stay alive, or if we want to pass our last attack. Speed resets are always great. Some damage negation and vitality gain, very minimal vitality gain. Blood for Blood gives us a way to push some damage through, even at the cost of our own life. And then also, it's also stun, quote unquote, defense, because if it's committed due to their effect, you have to destroy a foundation. So it's just kind of like a Khadath ability where you're just trading foundations. Survivalist for a great reset. As Garrett Brett said, it's probably the most broken card in the format. And then we have Red Dragon Assassin, which is E target removal. We're going to the assets. We got Arrowright Key, right? Arrowright Key, I guess. Yeah, Arrowright Key, whatever. If Khadath in our if our character is Khadath, we get to use this as a replacement effect for momentum costs and for destroying a foundation. Snap momentum, and we're able to get rid of a problem attack if we need to. Some card dig and a free foundation. Bang. It doesn't need any explanation whatsoever. This card's great. Sealing stuff is fantastic. With the attacks, we are looking at Fatality for snap momentum and kind of a wee bit of discard pile hate, because people still play stuff out of discard piles. Blaze Whip for some maybe an end of string poke where we put 3 damage on it, and it's a 3 low 6. And if they block it, if we lead with it and they block it, they have to add a card from their foundation. They have to add a foundation to their staging area from their card to the card pool. Homing Missiles, fantastic card. Either does 3 damage or you get to choose something to destroy. Shell Kick gives us a free foundation and destroys one of theirs. Kelway Battery, it's a fantastic card. Gives us multiple, so it's 12 damage. We also play assets, so it can be some asset control, which is great. And it kind of floods their card pool a bit, so it gets +1. Your attacks will get +1 speed. Hyperbomb. This is really like our bread and butter opener. I don't know if that's really a great term, bread and butter opener. This is the opener. This is the opener you want almost every turn you're going into attack. You stun 2, it knocks 2 of theirs down, you're able to destroy one of their foundations, and if they don't block it, you draw. Because you have a couple cards that you can use to pay the committal costs that still have playable committed abilities. From Hell, it's our kill card for the most part. It can do up to 11 damage. You got some EX3. It gets cheaper as the game goes on because you can get knocked into desperation. And it's pretty nice. At a 6 diff for 3, you're doing potentially 11 damage. That's pretty awesome. Sideboard, I'm just going to leave at 12 for right now. I can't... let's see. What can we do here? Let's cut the bang. We need to cut 4. So we're maining these, so we don't need to side these anymore. Oops. Here. Let's refresh first. There we go. Power Struggles is in there. Okay. So we need 1 more card gone. So we are going to cut the Fatality. Refresh. All right, now we got 8 cards. So we're at 66 cards, 8 in the side. A Prepared Fight doesn't need any explanation. Still one of the best blocks in the game for those symbols. Demanding Submission gets rid of keyword abilities. Novitiate stops all those pesky damage reduction effects and cards that... since we don't draw a lot of cards, the first F isn't that bad. Wait, which one? The first F, that one says play abilities that add cards to hand. So if we're going against like a Liu Kang, and they can't fish for attacks for the backswings, that's great. And then the damage penalties, so like for the Quan Chi, for any type of like foundation that has like neg damage on it, so that will stop it. And then one Celestial Beam to couple with the other one, because stun sucks. We're looking at 14 highs, 24 mids, 13 lows. Let's look at our graphs here. 15 down blocks, not horrible. I usually like to do around 10, but whatever. Got our average speed is 3, which isn't that great, which is something we may want to try to do. But with having like foundation, destruction, and some stun, that could be overlooked. Kind of be it could be all right, because if they're stunning down or if we're adding cards to the card pool, it kind of gives us pseudo speed. Let's see what else. Check our first hand. That's not horrible. 2-1-1. Maybe just save that for the review. Got 2 batteries for the next turn. That's not horrible. It's not bad. All right, let's click. Boom. All right, so this will be the end of the video for the most part. Don't know if I'm going to get to play this before Nats at all. I know we're looking at having an Indines pit brawl again, since Aaron's coming back into town. He's moving back from Southern Illinois, and the Indines are his favorite characters, so we may just welcome him back with an Indines pit brawl. So I could end up playing this, which actually I probably would. This deck looks extremely fun. I love foundation interaction, like destroying or committing. It's one of my favorite parts of the game. It's probably the death symbol. I like the death symbol so much because there's a lot of foundation destruction, and I love taking away resources from people. That's pretty much it. So everyone have a good night. Again, watch Toy's video. His video came out on Sunday. So watch that, watch mine, and then compare the two and have fun. And we'll see everybody at Nats. Take care.